Welcome, wet shave fans. Today's shave of the day, I will be trying out my new Parker travel razor. And as I promised yesterday, I'll do a little comparison with the Schoen travel razor that I used yesterday. So the first thing to tell is that it's a much smaller little travel package. So if size is really important to you on your travel, the amount of space it takes up, then that may be something to consider. The leather feels like bonded leather, just the same. Maybe slightly better quality. It's hard to tell though, unless you really can see the edge. But they did finish the edges on this, whereas on the Schoen, the cover isn't, it's finished, so you can see that the bonded part. Not much of the leather there. Anyway, nice, good little package to carry it in. And of course, we've got the head, and it is kind of a DE89 style of head. And the fit and finish on it, as you would expect from Parker, is very nice. I don't see any flaws on it. It is down there at the bottom here, marked India. And this is another one. I already played with the blade a little bit, but where these posts are slightly rounded, so it manages to line up the blade just fine. The handle itself is quite a bit smaller than the Schoen and also lighter. So not just because it's smaller, but because it's hollow. And even this part that has the screw in it is hollow from this end down quite a ways into there. So the weight difference is pretty significant. I haven't actually weighed them yet to find out exactly how. And when you put the razor on the head, it's definitely a bit shorter and a lot skinnier, but the grip on it is very nice. The knurling is awesome. Really makes it easy to get a hold of everything. So I don't foresee any sort of issues shaving with it. I'll go ahead and load a blade here. I'm going to use the Washcod so that I get the same kind of, the same feel as I did yesterday in the Schoen. I have a feeling that this is not nearly as aggressive because the Schoen was really pretty aggressive. It was at like about 6. Okay. The soap today that I'll be using, I just got this in. I did a little trade. This is, let's see if I turn it right side up. You can see the little mustache in there that is characteristic of Diamond Bar shaving. So Daniel Sutherland down in El Paso makes these soaps, and this is his new blend, and this is Monte Carlo is the scent, and it's a real sweet, I'm not even sure what all's in there. I'll have to look it up, but man, it's nice. I really like this scent already. I also got in some PAA number 9, and between the two, the Monte Carlo won out for the scent for me. All right, I'm going to take a minute, load up the brush. I'll come back when we're ready to shave. Alrighty then. Worth mentioning is that in order to keep the shave as close as possible to yesterday's shave, I did go ahead and use a pre-shave oil, although this time I used some of the Your Best Face juniper berry, which is quickly becoming one of my favorites of their oils. Very good stuff. And I find that when you use a pre-shave oil, it's best to put it on and give it a good few minutes, like 5-10 minutes, to let it absorb. So I'm going to go ahead and wet my face here one last time before I apply the lather.
Oh yeah.
I am really liking the lather on the Diamond Bar shaving, the new hot process soap. He used to use melt and pour, And that was good stuff too. The scents are fabulous. But this is just better. Let's give the little Parker travel a try. There you go, nice first pass. Initial impressions on the razor is that it's very good, although the handle is light, which makes it a little head heavy, which isn't a horrible thing, especially not for a travel razor. But I definitely do prefer the head or the handle on the Shone. It's just heavier, it's a little bigger, it's bigger around. All in all, easier to get a hold of, easier to shave with for me. The head feels a little bit less aggressive. I put it at about a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. And that's just the initial, so that may change as I try some different blades in both of them. But just my initial kind of thoughts. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the second pass, and we'll see if I have the same feeling after I get done. All right, I went ahead and took a minute and put together the Shone so that I could show you the two razors side by side. And so here is the Parker Travel, and here is the Shone. And you can see there's just a considerable size difference in the handle. The heads are really close, but I feel like the Shone's a little bit more aggressive. Really nice. So yeah, the weight definitely goes to the Shone. Aggressiveness goes to the Shone. So, that's just a personal preference. So it really just depends on whether or not you like an aggressive razor or not. Now, my Shone travel razor appears to be in perfect shape. but one of my subscribers, Thad, got one, and one of the corners was ground off. Just kind of a weird quality control issue. I don't think that it was enough to actually affect his shave, but Thad watches these, so he'll let me know if it actually affected his shade. But for me, at this moment, if I had to choose between the two, I would go for the Schoen at this moment. But I have both, so I get to play with both of them. Woohoo! All right. So, enough said about the razor. They're both great razors, just the Schoen is heavier, and that makes me a little bit happier with it. There are some days when I would probably prefer this head on this handle, and some days where I like the more aggressive. So, the soap itself, Monte Carlo. What a really nice scent. It's kind of almost reminds me of, like, there's some other stuff in there, but like a cherry tobacco scent and a few other things. You know, it's like you're in a room where there's other smells going on, but then there's also somebody who just opened a pack of cherry tobacco. So really, really nice. I did a trade for it, and so it came without the label, unfortunately. So I'll see if I can't get Daniel to email me one so I can just print it off and stick it on here at least, and that'll be good. But yeah, I really like this Monte Carlo, and I'm just really digging the new hot process soap that he's been making. Just really good stuff. Really enjoying it. One other, just kind of minor thing to mention is I did use my Vanulay shave bowl. Just credit where credit is due. And of course, Your Best Face. All the products are absolutely top notch for the pre-shave oil. Alrighty. Ooh yeah, baby butt smooth. In 2 passes, no less. I had a great shave. I hope you do too.